When you're building a campaign from the ground up, there's tons of different ideas. A few would rise to the top. We landed in this space of make your statement.
Make Your Statement was more about the customer-oriented story and how Fastsigns can help them make their statement.
We wanted to create spaces that serve people. We thought that would be the most kind of visually appealing, is these places where signage really helps a person navigate a space.
We started with basically a plain, still very colorful set, and then through all of the choreographed dances and kind of VFX work, you see it transform from absolutely nothing to this beautiful and alive space.
So the stagehands represent what Fastsigns does for businesses in that they kind of mill in the shadows to make the business look good. They're always there, they're always on time, they're always fast. From the get-go, we were looking for a production partner who could kind of be in the trenches with us. That's where Coolfire came in.
Anytime we get a project to bid on from Rogerstown, I know the creative's gonna be solid, the campaign's gonna be well thought out, it's gonna be fun, and Fastsigns was no different. We put Cody Stokes up as our director to bid on this project, and immediately Cody just sunk his teeth into this job and really worked hand in hand with the creative teams, just prevising out exactly what these sets were going to look like and just what the vibe and the tone was going to look like.
We needed to make sure that every single second of the spot was accounted for. And so this is where Cody came in with kind of these diagrams of choreography and how all of this action would take place.
So Cody had the idea to bring on a choreographer for the set. And the choreographer was giving our stagehands, who are our talent on the spot, the beats and the action of the rhythm and the timing they needed to get these elements on set. Kevin Johnson came down on set and served as our visual effects supervisor, and there was a lot to kind of take into consideration. There was a lot of moving parts on this.
So there's a lot of little kind of on-the-fly decisions that you have to make on set that could have pretty dramatic repercussions on the post side of things. While a good part of these spots had practical effects in them, there's also a lot of compositing that you don't necessarily see in the finished piece. There were a lot of instances where we shot a stagehand over here doing some business, a stagehand over here doing some business, and then we kind of stitched them all together in post to make it feel seamless.
When we opened that footage on that first day, that's kind of what we're looking at. It's like, are we adapting our approach based on what we've captured? All of the effects really needed to play into the realism of the spot. Flipping the floor in the gym, for instance, to fit it seamlessly into the real shots, I think was the challenge. I was taking the plates from the footage, projecting that onto the 3D geometry of the floor, animating that, and then rendering that out with all the shadows that need to lay on the real plate, with all the highlights that need to lay on the real plate, and then we actually added some light shining in through the gym windows onto the floor to kind of tie it all together.
There's a lot of compositing, there's a lot of rotoscoping, there's some blue screen work. It's just a puzzle that you gotta put together and pick the best pieces of what we shot and make it all work.
The guys at Coolfire are always so game to kind of hear you out and also provide that thing that they're so good at.
Well, the unifying element in all of the spots is a rhythm bed of kind of a stomp and clap. What actually worked out well in this one was we started with the marching band, and we started watching the feet of the people marching in. And we designed the rhythm around that action on camera so that the music was in sync with the marcher. From there, it just worked out that we were able to use that rhythm for all of the other spots as sort of the base that helped glue them all together.
We launched the spots in a really epic way. They had a conference, and it was a standing ovation.
They loved it. There's nothing quite like that feeling of that happy of a client.
At the end of the day, we've got 6 really beautiful 15-second spots. You have this campaign that really can show the world what this company is capable of doing for their business.
Perfect your process with factory-grade visual solutions. Fastsigns. Make your statement. tails and tongues wagging with colorful custom graphics. Fastsigns. Make your statement. Inspire pride district-wide with striking custom visuals. Fastsigns. Make your statement. Brew signature flavor into every sip and sign. Fastsigns. Make your statement. Make the wait a visual escape with custom deep sea signage. Fastsigns. Make your statement. Turn hot lots into homes with signage that gets you noticed. Fastsigns. Make your statement.